Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Actualize After Hours, where we're going to attempt the impossible of playing a physical board game while quarantined in different locations. Today, we're going to attempt to play this board game. It's called Wavelength, and it's awesome. It's a really fun game, and we're going to kind of explain the premise. I got this off of Kickstarter. It's a really cool, fun game. It's pretty simple to play. The rules sound kind of hard, but once you start playing, you start to get it really quickly and really easily and pick it up. So we're going to attempt to play a physical board game with all of us being remote, and we're going to just attempt to cover our eyes like this during the portions that will require that, and it's going to be really ridiculous. So Wavelength, basically, the idea behind this board game is you have this cool little spinny wheel thing I'm going to lift up right now. It looks like this, and basically it has kind of a target on it. You can see there's a little target here, and we can spin this around to move the target into different locations, and we will be doing that. We'll be randomizing that target location. And what happens is we're going to split up into two teams, which we'll decide momentarily. And one person, we're going to alternate. Each team will go. One team goes, the other team goes, one team goes, other team goes. And what happens is one person on the team is the clue giver or the psychic or whatever you want to call them. And their job is basically to look at there are lots of little cards here. I got this little shuffled deck of cards. Looks like this. And this little shuffled deck of cards has they're two-sided. Some of them are interesting and easy. Some of them are super difficult and wacky. So this card, for example, it has a couple of arrows, and it usually has opposites on it. So in this case, you can see dirty and clean. Also, is this backwards for you guys?
Nope.
Oh, it's forwards. Okay, it's only backwards for me. I'm in mirror mode. Okay, so you can see it says dirty and clean. So on one end is dirty, one end is clean, so they're usually opposites like this. And the idea here is if this was my clue or this was my prompt and I was the psychic, I'd want to get my team to guess on this little wheel where to guess based off of this clue. So the way that works is basically I would spin this randomly and I wouldn't be able to see. So there's this little cool covering so that you can hide where the target is. And I'd spin this up randomly so I wouldn't know where the target was. And I'd make sure that my team...
Let's make Jay the psychic for this.
Jay's going to be the psychic.
Jay's going to be the psychic.
All right, Jay, you're going to be our psychic to start with.
I'm curious to know, what do you see on your side right now when you have that thing covered? Is it covered on both sides?
Yes, no, it's totally...
Yeah. Oh, that side is just anyway.
Yeah, no, okay. It's totally covered. I can't see, I promise, no cheating. Yeah, only this side is the target. So there's nothing on my side. I can't see anything. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. So the clue was dirty, clean.
Dirty to clean, so
yeah. So
I'll hold it up here like this. Dirty to clean, like so. So basically, I'm going to spin this randomly. Woo, woo, woo.
And now we're going to try this. Everybody's got to close their eyes except for Jay.
So everyone, including me,
yeah, Danny can't see
Jay,
it. Right.
We're all going to close our eyes. So I'm just going to hide behind this thing. I can't see anything. And I'm going to flip this up so that Jay can see where the target location is. But none of the rest of us can see the target. So now Jay is going to look at that and observe it for a little bit. And Jay's going to attempt to come up with a clue that is right on the target of dirty and clean.
Okay.
Do you have it already?
Give me how much time?
I thought that's what the K meant. Was that like you already figured it out? Like that was quick. We'll give you. You've got time.
Yeah, we usually give people like a minute or so. It's not,
Yeah,
it's not a timed exercise, but after a while, you kind of get an idea.
Yeah.
Are we able to open our eyes?
No.
Well, here's the thing. If Jay
cover it, we could open our eyes while.
Yeah, if Jay is ready to cover it.
I've memorized it, so you can cover it even if I need to.
So Jay knows. All right, I've covered it. You guys can now open your eyes. So Jay knows where the target is. None of the rest of us do. So I can recover it like this, and Jay just knows where it is. I like to actually see the target the entire time when I'm trying to figure it out. So you guys wouldn't have to close your eyes for longer when it's
We don't have to close our eyes when you're doing it, though.
That's true. I get to just look at it. You're right. And so Jay hopefully has figured out a clue that he'd want to give us. And then we are going to, based off of what Jay's clue is, attempt to move this little red dial and put it where we think the correct location of the target is.
So for this practice round, we're all on the same team.
Yeah, we'll be on the same team for the practice round.
Okay. Are you ready for the item?
We're ready for the clue.
Okay. What's the clue, Jay?
An abandoned porta potty.
Oh God.
Ooh, that's gotta be really.
I think we just leave it where it
dirty.
is. What do you guys think?
Is abandoned worse than a frequently used one, though?
Right. I was gonna say like an
That's true.
abandoned porta potty is probably not the dirtiest porta potty.
That's true.
I would
It
say
might
like
not be as
a
dirty
porta
as
potty at like a music
like
fest would be like the
Coachella
dirtiest
porta
porta
potty. Yeah,
Right.
that's worse. Okay.
So like a
but
9?
but it's also like a depending on what you think Jay's thinking.
Yeah,
is. I
you
would
also
say
have
it's
to, like,
probably a
mind
little
game.
dirtier.
Mind game the
I
clue
lose
giver.
now, if I'm honest.
All right, what do we think
That seems like
collectively?
a good spot.
I would
You
say
like
a little
this?
dirtier, but
A little dirtier, okay?
Yeah.
maybe right about there.
Right about here.
That's pretty dirty.
It's pretty dirty.
An abandoned porta potty, from Jay's perspective, is a very dirty
If
thing.
it's like a 10, there would be like an abandoned porta potty, like, under another abandoned porta potty.
You're giving Jay a lot of credit for the first clue that he's ever made for this
So
game.
are you
That's
It
all I'll
depends
say about that.
on how you take the word abandoned. Is abandoned like nobody's ever used it, or is abandoned is it got used and nobody ever cleaned it?
Nobody's cleaning it, right?
I think we're gonna go with that based off of Jay's definition.
Now,
And also,
one-
there are rules also here for how to give good clues. We'll get into that later. But basically, you want a clue that's descriptive, but you can't like overdo it on the clue. If you give like 18 adjectives, right?
Right.
it makes
I was
it
going to
really
ask how much. Yeah, I was going to ask how much you could say.
Yeah. So I think your clue was really good. That was in a good place in
Okay.
terms of giving a
All
clue.
right, let's see. Yeah.
Well, let's see if it was good.
Well, so now there's one extra rule that we're going to talk about right now. We're not going to necessarily do it for this round, but here's the idea. So let's say that, Lisa and I are on a team and Peter and Brian are on a team, and like it's girls versus boys. Okay, so this is the boys' turn, whereas they're going, and Jay's trying to give this clue to Peter and Brian. So Peter and Brian together would guess, and what happens is after they submit or lock this in, then the other team, which is Lisa and I, would have a chance to actually guess if we think that this is left or right. We think that the answer is left or right. So Lisa and I could say, and left would be here, and right would be here. I have to do this because I'm in weird mode.
You can say
And
more
we'd
dirty
say,
or
we
less
think
dirty.
the target is actually farther to the left, or we think the target is farther to the right. And we get to say left or right. And if we're correct, we actually can earn a point. So,
So the
we'll
other
skip that
team,
for
once
this
you
time.
flip it, the other team, me and Brian, we have a chance to win up to 4 points based on where we land on that dial.
So we'll
That
see as
dial
soon
had
as we
like
reveal
2,
this, we'll
3,
look at
4,
the target and see the point scoring system.
And then
So
the left
we're
and right
saying
is 1 point. Is that right?
Yeah. The other team just has a chance to win 1
we have a
extra point.
chance to earn 1 point. So let's reveal and find out. Oh, that's on the line. I think on the line.
I think we hit a 3.
I don't know. It's pretty close. On the line is given to. On the line is given to the tiebreaker. So you would get the 4 points for this.
It's like on the line of on the line.
Pretty darn close.
Mm-hmm.
So if the scoring team actually gets 4 points and lands directly on the target, the other team can't actually score any points. No way to score a point. So in this case, I would actually I would say that's the 4 points. Oh, it's close.
Sweet.
It's close.
Too bad we're not officially playing yet.
If it's close.
This game, it's like, and just so you know, Jay, like the fact that it landed there.
Yeah, it made it much easier
for you.
Yeah,
when it's like 75%, you know what I mean? When it's
this
at
is
the
a lot harder
25%
to
mark,
hit.
it's so like, what do you say?
A non-abandoned porta
like,
potty.
A maintained porta potty.
Right, like a well-kept person's underwear. Like, what do you say? Like something that's like weirdly in the middle.
Yep. So that's the idea. That's the game. So here's what we should do is we should assign teams for our first round. Now there is a point scoring system. We'll talk about that now. So for example, the team that just scored might have scored 4 points on that. And there is actually in the game, you can like see there's a point tracking system. The first team to make it to 10 points is typically the winner. And what we'll do I have my little figurines? I do. You get these little figurines, little faces, whatever they are. And they track your points. So we both start at 0 points. And as we go along, we earn points. So those are the little figures, team A and team B. And then you'll score points all the way up to, that goes up to 10. Oh, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Are we ready to actually try this?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, how do we want to assign teams?
Well,
It's gonna be an
randomly go into breakout rooms.
Oh, I like that. Okay, random
No,
breakout room.
that'll kill your recordings, no?
I'm joking.
No, we're not going
Okay.
to actually go in. I'm just going to randomly assign them.
Oh.
Okay, randomly assign 4 participants into 2 breakout rooms. Oh, but it doesn't assign me.
Mm.
So then can I choose the team that I want to be on?
Choose now whether you're in breakout room 1 or 2.
Okay, I will be in breakout room 1. Breakout room 1 is Brian and Lisa. Breakout room 2 is Jay and Peter. So it's going to be Jay and Peter versus me, Brian, and Lisa.
Right.
Tough team to beat.
It's gonna be great.
I
Okay.
mean, after that porta potty thing, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can tell
good luck.
Jay's got some expertise.
Okay, so we'll say that the yellow team is us and the orange team will be Peter and Jay. All right, so who would like to go first? Maybe we should give advantage to the 2-person team.
Sure. I never really studied the rules. Doesn't the first team have like a really strong advantage?
I think you
when
get
play
like
this?
a point already or something like that.
Okay. Well, let's just play it. Let's just run through it.
I don't
It's okay,
remember.
we're not-
I can look at the
Peter, you
rules.
There's
Peter,
no
do you have
prize.
this game?
I have this game. Yeah, I was the one who selected out when I first saw it. I was like,
He was the
dude,
one who
this
referred
like,
this to me.
Yeah, it was like, it looks so like once you see how the mechanics works, it's so fun. And like I've played this game with my girlfriend's like nieces and nephews, and they're like 10, and you know what I mean. Like they're not that
Works for
old, but they
everyone.
get into it. Like you know what I mean. They're like you're arguing about how dirty or clean something is. It's so easy to get into, and like even if somebody's quiet, they're just like you ask them like, what do you think about this? And they're like,
And they'll go off.
I think
So
it's
in
a
my-
little dirtier.
In Peter, in my case, it's just the one of us arguing with
Has to
ourselves,
argue with
right?
yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
perfect.
that's a little awkward,
Sometimes
yeah.
I put the odd person on both teams and you get like a dual player, and that works too. We could do that if you guys want to do a team.
Maybe you're
teams
the
of 2.
maybe Danny, you can be on both teams.
I can be the odd player. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can join both teams and argue for both. That's fine.
It's okay,
'Cause it's nice to have someone to argue with, and I'm a great arguer. So yeah, I'm fit for this role. All right, so let's start on your team. So who should be the clue giver first? Who wants to do it, Peter or Jay?
Well, I just gave one, so Peter.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Peter's up. Okay, so Peter, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna
Can
randomly
Lisa
choose
and I
one of these
vote?
cards. I promise it's gonna be random. This one. Now, you can choose what side you want. You actually get to choose based off the card which side you prefer.
You guys can look right now, Jay.
Oh, okay,
So
fine.
you can totally look, Jay. You're allowed to look at this. So Peter,
So-
you can choose between
What is it?
Casual and formal.
and formal.
or underpaid and overpaid.
Ooh, those are.
You have to
good
choose
clues.
before you see the target, I think.
Yeah. Let's do casual and formal.
All right, casual and formal. All right, so we're gonna pick casual and formal. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spin this wheel super randomly, as randomly as I can. Good. All right,
Now we
and
close our eyes.
Now everybody
Now
else
we're
has
gonna
to
close
close
our
their eyes
eyes. Now-
except for me.
Why do
The other
Lisa
two-
and I have to close our eyes?
you do because you get to guess.
You have
left
to
or
guess
right.
as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you guys
Okay.
also have to close your eyes. Everybody eyes closed except for Peter. Only Peter can see this.
And the live stream audience should also close
Live
their
stream
eyes.
audience, please
if
close
you-
your eyes, YouTube.
That really
don't-
is the drama.
I cannot see this, I promise. I cannot see it. I'm blocking my camera. Can you see it okay, Peter? Is it in the...
I can see it. Okay. Can I see the card? Okay, I got it.
Yeah, okay. I can't see what I'm showing you, so you got to guide me.
Okay, you can close it.
Okay,
And
we're
I'll
gonna
think of my
close it.
clue.
Here we go. Gently.
Okay, and everybody else.
You can all open your eyes now.
I have
So
to
we
think
don't
of
know
a
where it
clue,
is.
though.
Only Peter knows where the target is.
Casual formal.
We could metagame by looking at his
Formal.
eyes and seeing where he's looking on the target.
Mm.
I'm not looking at the target.
I don't think we can tell because he's looking at a screen that we can't see.
Hmm.
And we're going to give Peter a little time to think of a clue. And then Jay and I are going to argue about where this needle should go.
Lisa, do you think it should be left or right of there?
Based off of no
I'm gonna go with left always.
There's a lot of
Always
stuff on the
left.
Always left.
Yeah.
Even when it's like here?
Well,
Yes,
probably on the right
absolutely.
in that
Especially when it's right there. It has to go left.
case. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say a nice, but Definitely worn in pair of jeans.
Oh.
Like
Well-
a worn in pair of
Right.
jeans.
More
The fact-
description, Peter. To save us for the guesses.
A nice, but worn in.
Pair of jeans.
Definitely
by the way,
not on the
once-
formal side.
Did you say
right?
worn in or worn out?
Whoa. Once a clue's given, like I can't like react. I can just
Yeah,
I can
he's gotta be
reiterate what I said,
stone-faced.
but like yeah, if you because people who are bad at this game, I mean not bad, but like it's bad if somebody has no poker face and so they see everybody arguing and they go, you know what I mean? And then it gives people a hint. Like I'm not supposed to really react.
He's just
to it,
gonna
but
he's gonna
I
stone
said
face us.
a nice but worn in pair of jeans.
So obviously, I don't think that belongs on the formal side.
No, agreed.
I think we can rule out the formal side.
Yeah, I hope so. It's more casual. Jeans are casual in general, and then the worn in part. Now he didn't
He
say
did
worn
say
out.
nice.
Right, he did say nice. I
Also,
would leave
Jay,
it.
would Peter wear jeans to a musical performance?
Good question.
I would. Well, that's. I say that.
Here?
Yeah. What do you think?
I'd go more towards formal. I do a little more towards formal. I think there's just too many things in this realm of not casual, like swimsuits, sweats, like a
Okay.
tank top,
Okay. So how many degrees right do you want to go?
maybe like more like that, but still pretty
Right.
close.
My son's doing trigonometry now, so I'm thinking in degrees.
Maybe okay, so if this is 180,
many
maybe I moved it
radians
like
is that?
6 or 7 degrees.
Actually, I think there's rules where it says you can't talk about degrees. You have to talk about a smidge
That's true.
more casual, a smidge more to the left, or like
He's
a lot
right.
more of this.
Okay.
Rules say you're supposed to say a little more to the left.
Okay. I can go with that.
We can meet in the middle somewhere. How about that?
That's the perfect amount of smidge.
Okay, we smidged. All right, and now it goes over. So we're going to lock this in. Jay and I are saying this is our guess. And now Brian and Lisa have to guess left or right. Where do you think?
Ooh.
More casual or more formal?
What do you think, Lisa?
Wait, which side is which at this point?
Formal is
Casual is this
Okay.
way. Formal
Uh-huh.
is this way.
Ooh.
a lot of space over there to the right.
I was gonna say, like, I would go more formal at that point. Like, I mean,
It's like 100 degrees over there.
Playing
Right.
on.
Going-
I would,
No math,
I'd
Brian. No math.
definitely more towards the formal. Like, I mean, tech. Like, we're in tech. Business casual is a nice pair of jeans. Like, that's nice dressing up in our industry. So, yeah.
Mm.
I think I agree with what Danny said, which is like the stuff further, like there's t-shirt, there's like cut off shorts, there's like jeans with holes in them, right? There's like
Right.
a lot of
Flip flops. Yeah.
a lot of degrees over there.
Mhm.
And so I would say to the right.
Okay, so you guys are
More
going to
formal.
say
Right.
this way. All right. Okay, so if they get that right, they get a point. Let's find out if we scored or not. Oh!
Danny, you shouldn't have let Jay sway you. Your reasoning was perfectly sound. And that, by the way, that right there is hard to get the clues right for. Like when you're in that gray area, it's so hard to get it right. So that was tough all around.
That was
You
good,
guys-
though.
You
Okay,
guys,
so
you guys reasoned it perfectly.
I tried really hard. Jay
That was
pulled
good.
me down with his
Jay
logic.
pulled you off of the points. Like you were right there. You were right about
Jay's
to get
just
some points.
super
and Jay
formal
pulled
is
you
what
off.
we're all learning. Like,
Well,
don't
today-
wear.
To be fair, they're also already worn in. But okay.
That's true.
Right.
But
So I
it
didn't
was
wanna
on
say-
the casual side.
Right. If I said a nice pair of jeans, that would almost tip you onto the
Almost
formal
tips
You
side.
could have just said a
formal.
pair of
You could
jeans.
definitely wear. You could
Yeah.
definitely wear a nice pair of jeans, like a really nice pair of jeans, like
Yeah.
to a more like a semi.
I think if you had just said jeans, I would have been right there.
yeah. But see, like jeans opens up so many weird,
It's
you know,
true, it's
spaces.
true.
Yeah.
Like,
Being specific is good. Okay, that was excellent. So we're gonna
was
award
nice. That was
yellow
nice.
team 1 point.
I'm realizing now, like, I have to get into Peter's headspace, but then Peter has to get into
Exactly.
my headspace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is hard. It's
You're
fun,
realizing
but
the
it's
fun
hard.
of the
Yeah.
game.
Yes.
But if you realize the fun of the game too much, then it becomes
And it's not
fun.
fun anymore. Then it becomes math.
All right.
Then we're talking
Team
about
Lisa
degrees and
and
science.
Brian is now up. So, Team Lisa and Brian, I'm going to randomly choose a card for you. You guys decide amongst yourself who will be the clue giver.
Thoughts?
Oh, I thought we were going to look at the card and then decide.
No, you have to decide now.
Who's
Oh.
up next?
Gotcha. You were like reaching for the card, and I thought you would display it, and then we would pick.
No, you're not that. No, you don't get that.
I'm
special treatment,
indifferent.
no.
Of course you're in.
That's helpful, Brian.
Brian's next.
Brian is going?
Great. Let's
Yep.
do it.
Great, Brian's going. Okay, so I'll show you the two sides you get to choose. You've got, I can't,
Okay.
sad
Sad
song
song,
to happy song.
happy
It's
song.
back.
Okay.
That should be an
Sorry,
easy
guys.
clue.
Sad to happy song. Or forbidden versus encouraged?
Yeah, let's go. This is being recorded, right?
Yeah.
Being recorded.
We're gonna
That's
go
something
with sad song, happy song.
you have to take
I'm
an
kinda
account
sad.
for.
I was kind of hoping for that one. All right, sad song, happy song. Great.
All right, this is not
Um,
Cards Against Humanity.
I'm pretty sure that you can name an actual song here. I think you're encouraged to name
Sure.
an actual song.
If it's not forbidden.
Otherwise, this would be very tough.
Now, I'm going to spin it randomly. Tell me when to stop.
Everybody else has to close their
You spin it
eyes.
the other way. Right there. Right there.
All right, we
All
all
right.
have to close our eyes except
So
for Brian,
everyone's
right?
closing their eyes
Yeah.
except for Brian. Only Brian
Okay.
can see this. Brian,
Okay.
you ready?
Mhm.
Is it okay?
Can we go in for a rule check real quick?
If it's split, then you can respin it. Like you're not supposed
Okay,
to do a
it's split
split.
perfectly even. You can't see the 4.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna respin then.
Okay.
If it's split perfectly, we respin.
Who said to stop there? That was the wrong amount of spinning.
Tell me when to
Brian is no
stop,
longer allowed. Brian's no longer allowed to be. a
One
clue
like
giver.
one more little. Yeah, that's
For someone
Wait,
who
can
is
we take like
indifferent.
one more tick?
yeah. This is good. Yeah, that's okay, I guess. Okay.
Can you
Thank
see it all right?
Yep.
Okay.
You can put it back.
Okay, we're gonna close it. All right. So you guys can open your eyes. Brian knows where it is. So Brian's now gonna think of a clue.
The clue is sad song, happy song, or that's the prompt, right?
Sad song on this side, happy song this way.
And this would be Danny and Lisa's guess, right?
Yeah, Lisa and I are now going to argue about whether this is a happy or a sad song.
And I have to pick
Brian.
a song that I think Lisa and Danny are familiar
Correct.
with.
Yes.
Yeah, Peter, I'm gonna defer to you no matter what.
I think if we haven't heard of the song, like we could probably tell him. Is that fair? I don't know.
That seems unfair because otherwise I could just do a bunch.
Right.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
true,
know.
but if neither of us have ever heard of it, it doesn't matter.
Well, that
Right,
person is a
okay.
popular one.
All right.
Yeah, I would say
So-
no, but there you guys aren't on my team, so that's
Mhm.
not a very biased. That's pretty.
Yeah, I'd also say no.
Happy
I
song
pick
is
a
orange,
song that you
right?
think we might know. I'm also pretty familiar with songs.
Mm.
But
The
yeah,
song
but
expert.
you don't listen to
I'm
the same
very
music
good
that
with
Brian
like
does.
song like trivia. Like when you play a little piece of a song, like I'm able to recognize it really quick. I'm a good person to have on your team for that kind of game.
I was gonna say, is it cheating if Brian's used one of these songs in his class?
I was gonna pick
No,
that.
no.
I'm not going to.
Because that
That's a
changes
clue. Don't give
that
us
changes
clues.
Yeah. But you don't know if it's a happy
Well,
song or a
maybe I
sad song.
will.
Yeah, if Brian used it in his class, he'd probably turned a happy song into a sad song.
I don't know what you mean.
Like you play the song over and over to the point where
I'm
students.
sorry.
get
No,
Freebird is
that's a
song.
happy song still for Brian. It's just a sad song for the
For the
student.
students, right? So we have to go from Brian.
But if you were interpreting it, you would think it's whatever. So this is very challenging. Give me another second.
You picked songs, man. That's a hard one.
Yeah, well, forbidden, and that's a dangerous
Yeah.
topic.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. You can make that easily done.
Yeah, but that's more challenging. You'd be
That's
like,
true. So are songs.
stepbrother dating stepsister. Eh, it's frowned upon. It's frowned upon.
I'm gonna put that like there. Wait, is that the encouraged side? No, forbidden side.
Like, I think you want the other direction.
Right, not the worst thing in the world, not the most.
Yeah.
Not blood
Gruesome.
related, but
Danny,
psychologically
you say you know
damaging.
songs.
What's that?
This is my original pick, but I thought it might not be well known enough.
You have to say.
Or I
it.
can go with a less good of a hint, but more popular.
Mm.
Oh, dear.
You're gonna have to choose, Brian. This is the longest.
okay.
This
We're
is
going
the
to
most
go with
elaborate
the
clue.
song Tangerine by Led Zeppelin.
I do know this song,
Okay.
but I don't remember the lyrics to this song.
I don't know. I know the artist. I don't know the song.
Okay,
Good.
Great.
great.
Wait. Oh, wait. I think
This
it's
would be
okay
able-
if Brian
yeah.
played the song.
Hmm?
I think it's okay if Brian played the song right now.
Yeah.
Oh, can
on
Brian
his
play a
phone,
little
just
snippet
so
of
that you
the
guys
song?
can hear.
I
Yeah.
This is
agree.
very
I agree.
unfair, but love it.
No.
He's like, yeah, I'm in.
Like the thing is, you all know what a pair of jeans
Yeah,
looks like. You know what I mean? This is a
exactly.
tough clue. Like if I said an article of clothing that nobody is aware of, then there's no real guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Totally play it.
I'm waiting for the ad to go. I'm not sure what the quality will be like, but we can try it.
I do
Or we
have
could just-
Spotify Premium if we want to.
Sure,
wanna
and
rub
it's
that in?
more important for you to hear it than me to hear it anyway. But
It might sound better through my computer also.
Right.
Go ahead and do that real quick.
sure.
Spotify. Assuming that I have Spotify downloaded on this computer.
I know this song. Maybe Brian and I can just sing it.
That would actually be much preferred. Yeah, could you?
Yes.
Guitar, or do you want to do the drums? And we'll need a third person for the lead.
Yeah, Jay can sing it. I'll play the guitar. And
Ooh. Maybe I do the drums.
I mean, who's doing guitar? Who's doing drums?
I could only do the
I'm
drums.
playing it. Okay, hold on. I got it. Oh, should we
And
play
Brian,
the
do you wanna-
original or the 2012 remaster?
Now, which one did you mean, Brian?
irrelevant.
I meant the remaster, to be clear. I want us to get 4 points, not 3.
Okay, we're playing it. Can Lisa hear it?
Not
Quiet.
really. No. Look up the lyrics. I could not hear a single word that they actually sang. Like, is that allowed?
Sure.
No.
What? Why not?
Because this particular round is taking like 30 minutes.
You also probably
you have to go on a
wouldn't know
gut.
the lyrics to
Well,
just like any regular run-of-the-mill song.
Okay, fine.
I should have picked a more popular one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay, fine. Well, after we grade this, you can tell us what the popular choice was. Danny, I'm gonna kind of defer to you on this one.
Kind of sad,
Okay.
but not like super sad.
Okay.
All right. Is that where you guys are going?
Maybe a little less sad. Sure.
And then
Cool.
Peter and I
Okay.
have to
Yeah.
guess too.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say, Jay?
Well, did you
I already
hear
know the right
lyrics?
answer. No, I don't know the
Oh.
lyrics. The lyrics are tangerine, tangerine.
Oh,
Living in
really?
reflection, tangerine. That's something like that. Nobody
That's
knows the
more than-
lyrics. It's Led Zeppelin.
Peter, I defer to you. 100%.
Wait, I'm asking you, Jay. I can give you the correct answer. I know exactly where Brian put this. But do you think that's happier or sadder than what you're seeing over there?
I would say Saturn.
You would say it's sadder.
Yeah.
Oh, I would definitely say it's happier.
I will defer to you.
But
I'm deferring to you.
I
You
mean,
gotta-
there's
you gotta
more space
understand-
in the happy.
yeah, there's more space in the happy, and you got to understand that Brian is kind of a dark person. So to him, that is a happy song. That is like almost neutral / happy. So I would definitely say it's on the happier side.
I will defer to you.
Yikes. Oh, it's
Yeah.
super happy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
See,
Really
that is
happy
exactly
I was like-
neutral / happy side.
Yeah.
That
Just a little bit happy.
Yeah.
yep.
Yes. If you listen to the whole chorus, it's quite a happy chorus.
Okay. What would
Okay.
you have said for a popular pick that we would have been more familiar with?
I was gonna pick like some random Green Day song. Those are like reasonably. I guess they're not super neutral.
Those are a little poppy.
Pop songs are super duper happy.
Yeah, no, that is a tough
Really
clue.
sad songs, but like, what's a very neutral song like the Pledge of Allegiance? Like,
That would have been
You
great.
usually sing the
That would have been
Pledge of Allegiance. I
great.
don't usually sing this.
That would've been great.
Discussion though, yeah.
Right, it would have been a discussion, but we would have landed on the fact that since you don't sing it, it is thereby a neutral
It's
song.
not a song.
Yeah.
No, that is a very tough clue.
That is
that is
actually
very
really hard.
tough.
Just a little
Like, what's a
bit
neutral
happy.
song?
Mhm.
Yeah, what is a neutral song?
I don't know. Especially something that like other people would be familiar with.
Right.
I might have gone with Happy Birthday, which is like, it's a happy song, but
That's a
nobody
super
sings it.
happy
That's
song.
very
It is
Nobody
happy
sings it.
in the
Nobody
title.
sings it in a happy way. Nobody's like, "Oh my God, let's sing Happy Birthday." Nobody wants to
Some
do it.
people
Everybody-
do.
happy in
And
the
we
name.
cut those people out of our lives.
So it depends. It really all depends on your age. If you're older, it's a sad song.
Happy birthday for someone who's like 32.
Exactly. That would have been a fantastic clue, right? Happy birthday for a 5-year-old would be like off the charts happy,
Really
right?
sure.
Mhm.
Happy birthday for a 32-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then it's like
Uh-huh.
happy birthday for like a 90-year-old is super happy because it's like,
Yeah.
I made it
It's like,
another
yeah,
year. You know what I mean?
made
It
it.
goes up and down. It goes up and down. Yeah, that
The
would have been a
waves and
fantastic.
fluctuations of happy birthday over the course of his life. Oh my gosh, that was really funny. Do we have time for one more?
Yeah.
I do, but I don't know if anyone else does.
Let's do a lightning round.
Jay, are you
Yeah,
gonna
if
do
it's
a
sorry.
quick, yes. Like I still have to teach physics.
Yeah. How about we
Jay,
just
can
do
you
a
lightning
lightning
round this
group
one?
round?
You ready?
We'll just do one
Wait.
round. This is not a tiebreaker. We're basically tied.
So actually, the teams are totally tied right now. It's 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
we'll
don't
do
we-
one more
A
round of
pathetic
fun.
1-1.
Now, how about someone pick and we all, the rest of us guess?
How about Danny? You do one, so we don't have to close our eyes.
There we go.
Wow, is it that big of a deal?
And don't forget, Lisa. We know that you haven't gone, so that'll definitely be in the cards next time.
All right, I've got cool versus uncool, and I've got worst living person to greatest living person.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's a great one.
I have to
Please do that one.
right?
Living.
Lisa
So
always
I
picks
get
the-
to
or,
I
mean,
get to say. So my clue is going to be an actual living person. Okay,
oh, living person. That's tough.
living person. Oh, that's
Mhm.
I
hard.
feel like
Okay.
it's not hard to
All
pick
right.
somebody like evil in history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Danny always wants to pick the darker clues. Now we gotta read her face.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
that's
none of us should really be looking at her face.
Yeah, we
all of
shouldn't
that's
be.
kind of.
If they look difficult, you know it's in the middle third.
Right.
Okay. Give
living
me
person.
approximately 30 seconds of complete and utter silence.
Doo-doo.
No. Okay. I think I know what I want to do. Okay, I've got it. You guys ready?
Okay.
All right. Oh no. Wait, are we partnered with a
No. We're
Okay.
everybody. This is the last round.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh man, worst living person. He's got to be pretty close to the worst.
I would say for Danny, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I would not say the worst living person in the world. That's definitely not.
There's
it,
a lot worse.
but pretty close.
Yeah.
Lot worse? No, pretty close. Pretty close. I would say definitely towards the bottom, like 25%, like towards like the, not there, but like.
I was
I would
wondering how you
Kick it up a little bit.
Yeah, let's bring it up. You know, let's bring it up like a good chunk. Stop right about there. It's somewhere around there for sure. I would probably agree with Lisa. It's a little lower. Like it's a little bit worse.
little bit lower.
I would pick higher, but I can see it going the other way. I would say a half of a smidge down,
Yeah.
Down? Like
Yeah. Half of a smidge down.
further to the left.
Like that.
That was a full
Okay.
smidge.
That was like
Now-
2/3 of a.
Jay and Brian thinks that Jeff Bezos, according to Danny, is not the worst person in the world. But Lisa and I believe that, according to Danny, Jeff Bezos is probably a little bit worse than what we're seeing right there. But
Right.
I'm good with this.
Uh,
Like, are we in that cone? I think we're in the cone.
hmm Are we?
Brian,
Are
you
we?
disagree?
Is Amazon sponsoring this podcast?
Kind of what I
Depends
was
on where-
asking with the
Probably
parking
not if we're
question.
over on the left side. Yeah, I think it's good. Maybe a smidge further down, but it's tough to say.
Like
Yeah.
more?
Yeah.
Slightly more even.
Yeah, I agree.
The more
I
the more
agree.
I think
I'm-
about Danny and Jeff Bezos, the more I think it's probably further down.
Yeah, I'm okay with moving it a smidge down.
That could be the one.
Okay, let's call it.
You feel good about this?
Let's call it.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we had it. But that's still good.
Oh,
A
that
three,
extra
three. Yeah, but a 3 here is an excellent score. A 4 is
Mhm.
amazing. You know, and getting
Yeah.
a 3 is a good score when you're playing this with a group of people.
You guys did a pretty good job.
Yeah, definitely
no,
not
there's
the
also
most people.
serial killers and people who hurt animals.
Right. If you said somebody who hurts animals,
Like,
right?
where do you rate all those?
yeah. Like,
Pretty bad.
Tiger King would have been a great Tiger King. Maybe a little further down.
Tiger King, I would put. I mean, I'd Tiger King over here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Jay.
All
Jay,
right.
Jay doesn't know
Oh, you
who
know
Tiger
what? Jeff
King is.
Lowe,
and-
that guy. That guy's like over there. Yeah. That guy sucks. I mean, I guess if you're
Alright.
talking about impact versus the actual person, things change, right? Obviously, Jeff Bezos, in terms of actual impact, pretty shitty. Jeff Lowe, in terms of being a human, much shittier. All right. No, it was pretty good. You guys did a good job there. That was a fun one.
This is totally doable. There's
Yeah,
no
it
hard
is. It
part.
actually is easier than I anticipated. It's not that hard to hide your eyes.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
good.
you can
Well,
play
now,
with students.
now that we've been unsponsored by Amazon, hopefully we'll get sponsored by Wavelength.
Wavelength, please sponsor us because Amazon has just dumped us. Yeah, so that's Wavelength. Thank you for playing. If you guys are interested in if anyone's interested actually like getting the Wavelength game, Kickstarter, I can maybe put the link in our YouTube video because it's an awesome game. Not an ad, but it's just a really cool game.
And I think, ironically enough, it's probably available on Amazon now, but maybe you should.
We're gonna fix that in post. It's available from the Kickstarter.
Yeah, we'll fix that in post where you put the thing up and the clues on the other side.
Yeah.
We love Amazon. We love Jeff Bezos. We'll just mirror the image. Great job, everybody.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming and tuning
Thank
in
you,
to our
everyone.
episode of Actualize After Hours. We will see you all next time where we play again and probably argue for even longer.
yes.